Welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Ryan LaFay, sitting alongside Dennis Papadatos, the head coach of the Hofstra wrestling program. And Coach, how are you today?
Doing good. Good day.
And a good weekend as well, as you guys go 2-1 at home in the triple header against Sacred Heart University, Clarion University, and Columbia University. Only loss was to Columbia University. Let's talk about some individual performances though, as Brian Damon goes 3-0, Kyle Kasavage 3-0, and Michael Hughes goes 3-0. What was working right for them in that triple header?
As I told others, everything was kind of working right for them, and that's a breath of fresh air. That all three of them really dominated all three of their opponents, and some of those matchups, I know some of these kind of individuals. At 25, the Sacred Heart kid made the finals of Binghamton Open. He started out in a very good year, had some good wins over kids that we even lost to, and we majored them. Kyle Kasavage beat a tough kid from Columbia. He major decisioned him, and that kid lost to Cody Regrella last year by a point, even though the first time they wrestled Cody, kind of beat him pretty good. But in the last year's dual meet, Cody did everything he needed to do to hold on to win against that kid, and Kyle majored him. And then at heavyweight, Mike wrestled a kid that majored him last year and beat him mercilessly. Mercilessly, you can even say that word, because I can't. And it was just a really dominant win. So, things were working right for them. I don't think any of them gave up an offensive point, and those are the kind of efforts and performances we need to replicate for sure. It was a good day for more people than just them. They just really stood out. So that's how special the day was, because I feel like a lot of guys had really good performances, and those guys just were, almost flawless, for the competition level in the day.
And let's walk through the matches as well. 40-8, you guys beat Sacred Heart University. 25-21 over Clarion as well. Just walk us through those two matches and what was working right for your team. And you mentioned some things happening before the match as well. Do you think that carried over onto the mats?
It did, or it did positively for a change. As just like any other, we've had a lot of adversity in the last year and a half. Just like every other pro, everyone has their own problems. Obviously, being a new coach and trying to, reinvigorate a program. You go through growing pains and adversity. And we suffered another, adversity that day about 2 hours for away, and I felt like I myself, putting judgment on me, did a better job of handling it, and so did my staff, and so did the guys, so there was adversity, and no one let it phase them, and they went business as usual, and they believed they were going to go out and win, and they did. In the first match, it was good that, like I said, there was a couple, I wasn't sure what was going to happen in some of those matches, and man, we majored kids. Like, I matches that I was like, I think we can win this one, but this kid's pretty good. We ended up majoring another kid. You know what I mean? Swing matches turned into dominating wins for us. So it really built on their confidence. It really, did a lot of things. So it was really, really nice to have. And then going into Clarion, which was a better team. Clarion's beaten Michigan State this year. Clarion beat Ryder, who we wrestled next to me, who was ranked top 25. Clarion beat Columbia right before we wrestled them. And, so they have good wins. So we knew they were going to be a scrappy, battling team, and they were. And the good news is, I feel like in the past we didn't come back when teams were scrapping and really physical, and we kind of just try to absorb it. Against Clarion, we stepped up and we stepped back and we showed them that we were better. And it was the first time we've done it, and it was pretty inspiring. It was some inspiring moments. It was a good afternoon, the Clarion match.
And you guys get off to a 2-0 start against Sacred Heart and Clarion, but then it's up against Columbia, a tough team. You guys lose 22-14, but Columbia, a very tough team as well. What did you see in that match, and just walk us through that match as well?
A lot of things. Guys battled their butts off, and there was some calls going both ways. But I'll give you an example. At 157, we thought Jelani, who ended up losing by a point to Chardell, who's been ranked top 8 in the country. We thought we had him pinned for 30 seconds. If the ref slapped the mat, which, again, I don't know if, from our angle, he looked pinned. Ref, obviously, I don't think he was trying to not call him pinned to hurt us, so, obviously the ref didn't think he was pinned, but he was pretty darn close. If the ref slapped the mat there, with everything else going accordingly, we would have won the duel by a point. Just that one, like I said, in that 30 seconds, he could have won the duel right there. So that's how close things were. And then Jelani ended up losing that match by a point. But guys battled, they fought. Like I said, there was a bunch of good wins, and even in the losses, they were very respectful. I'm not going to accept this. You just had a little bit of a better day, kind of thing where I think all the matches we lost can be turned around. So it was a good day for the effort level in the fight and the camaraderie of the team. It was pretty inspirational. You want to know the truth.
And let's talk about the future as well. Next match is a tournament. It's at Edinburgh. It's February 6th, so you get a little time off again. Nice week, I'm sure, for your team to get a break. Just walk us through what you're going to be going through in practice, and then just leading up to the tournament, what you're expecting out of your team.
Those are secrets. We're gonna get. We had Monday off. Tuesday, yesterday was kind of another light day, just get everyone back in because we have such a long break till competition, and we are going hard for 4 days in a row. And so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be very hard practices, a lot of live, a lot of grinding. We're going to really grind them out. Another short training period, and then we'll have a day off, and then next week will be a short week, but it'll be a long week for a lot of others because the plan, and we'll, depending on after this week, make some decisions. There's a very good chance that a lot of our starting lineup will not be competing in Edinburgh. It was always planned that way from the beginning of the year, and the only people who are going to go that we feel like they need to be there for there's some guys that still need to rest, and that are banged up, and or we just need to sit them for another event. There's no team score. It's really just for guys that need individual matchups. So a lot of guys are going to be all the way to February 11th. It's like an 18 days without making weight, and we're going to use it for that reason. Rest up their bodies, rest up their minds, fine tune some stuff. February 11th starts the sprint for postseason. So again, the 3 of the phases are done. We're going into phase 4, and we're using these 18 days. And like I said, Edinburgh for some guys that need some other fine tuning, they need some competition. Just to get ready for the last sprint going at the IWAs.
He's Dennis Papadatos, the head coach of the Hofstra wrestling team. Coach, thanks for your time.
Appreciate having us. Appreciate the support, and thanks to Jared Tenney and his staff doing a great job. Show up and running on Sunday, including the snowstorm.
And thank you for watching the WB Racing Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.